Hello and welcome back to Iden Stories. We're so happy to have you here today. Before we begin, we kindly remind you to watch this video to the end, hit the like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, share this story with friends and family, and most importantly, subscribe if you haven't already. Your support means so much to us, and we truly appreciate every one of you who takes the time to engage with our stories. Today, we bring you a brand new inspiring video titled, The Seed You Plant Today. It's a powerful reminder that every little effort, every dream, and every act of faith we invest today can grow into something far greater tomorrow. Stay tuned, because this story will encourage you to be patient, consistent, and hopeful as you wait for your own harvest.
Rachel, I'm honestly tired. I've done everything I can think of. I've planted crops, I've watered them, I've waited day after day, but nothing seems to grow. Every time I look at this soil, I feel like it's mocking me. Maybe success just isn't for people like me. Maybe some people are destined to remain small while others rise and prosper.
David, don't talk like that. You're letting discouragement blind you to the truth. You see, every seed has its own time. Some sprout quickly, others take longer. The fact that you haven't seen results yet doesn't mean growth isn't happening beneath the surface. The soil doesn't reveal its secrets immediately.
But how much longer must I wait? I see other farmers in this village harvesting, carrying their baskets full, celebrating with their families, while I return home empty-handed. My efforts feel wasted. My prayers feel unanswered. It's hard not to believe that maybe God has forgotten me.
Listen, David. Seeds take time, and so does destiny. You cannot compare your journey with another man's harvest. You do not know the battles they fought before their season came. What you plant today may look invisible, but it is not wasted. The rain you pour, the patience you hold, the faith you carry, it is all working silently, preparing the seed to break forth. Don't let impatience uproot what is still growing.
So you're saying, even though I see nothing, something might still be happening?
Yes, David. Just because you cannot see the roots doesn't mean they are not spreading. Don't kill your dream with doubt. Keep nurturing, keep believing. When the time is right, what you planted will rise, and when it does, you'll realize the wait was worth it. David, take this. It may look ordinary, just paper and ink, but it carries more power than you can imagine. This notebook is your field, and every word you write in it will be a seed planted in the soil of your future.
A notebook? Rachel, I don't understand. How can writing in a book change anything? My problem is in the soil, in the crops that refuse to grow, not in scribbling words on a page.
David, that is where you are wrong. Every great harvest begins with vision, not just with the soil. The farmer first sees the harvest in his heart before he ever touches the land. If you cannot see your future clearly, how will you walk toward it? Write your dreams down. Write your plans. Write what you believe God placed in your heart. That is the first seed, vision. Without vision, even the richest soil cannot produce lasting fruit.
So, you mean this is not just paper? It's a beginning? A way of seeing what I cannot yet touch?
Exactly. This is where faith takes root. When you write, you give shape to what seems invisible. When you read those words again, they remind you to keep pressing forward even when your eyes see nothing. A seed planted in this soil can be forgotten, but a seed planted in your mind and written with your own hand, it keeps speaking to you until it grows.
Then I will write, Rachel. Even if my hands shake, even if doubt whispers to me, I will write. And maybe, Just maybe, this will be the first step to the harvest I've been longing for.
Yes, David. Don't underestimate small beginnings. One line in this notebook could one day feed generations.
What's the point, Rachel? Tell me, honestly. I write these words, I water the soil, I wait, and I wait. But nothing changes. Look at the people around us, others are succeeding faster than me. They plant, and in no time, they are harvesting. They make progress, build houses, celebrate victories, while I keep waiting for something that seems never to come. It feels as though I am cursed with delay. Maybe success just isn't written for my life.
David, listen to yourself. You're measuring your life with the ruler of comparison, and that will always make you feel smaller than you are. Stop looking at how quickly others are rising, because you do not know what sacrifices they made, nor the secret seasons they endured before the harvest you now see. Every seed has its own timing. Some sprout in days, some in months, some take years before breaking the surface. But when they finally rise, they stand taller and stronger than the ones that rush to grow.
But Rachel, I feel left behind. It hurts to watch others celebrate while I bury my dreams in the soil of waiting. I wake up every morning with hope, but by evening I'm left with disappointment. How much longer must I keep believing in something I can't even see?
You must believe until the vision becomes reality. Seeds do not grow because you are impatient. They grow because God appointed a season for them. If you give up now, you uproot the seed before it ever has a chance to breathe. David, what if your delay is not a denial? What if your seed is meant to grow into something greater than all you have seen around you? Would you still throw it away because it takes longer? Do not despise the waiting. It is preparing you, shaping you, and building the roots that will hold your future firm.
So you're saying, this waiting, this silence, this pain, it is not proof of failure?
No, David. It is proof that something unseen is happening. Just because your eyes cannot see the roots beneath the soil does not mean the seed is dead. Hold on. Keep nurturing your vision. In time, your harvest will speak for itself, and it will be clear that the wait was not wasted.
Why the long face, David? The whole village knows you as a hard-working young man. Yet, here you are, walking as if the weight of the world is pressing on your shoulders. Tell me, what troubles you so deeply that even the beauty of this evening cannot lift your spirit? Mr. Adams, it's the same story. I've labored, I've planted, I've hoped. But nothing seems to come out of my effort. I look at the soil, and all I see is failure. Others succeed so quickly, while I remain stuck in waiting. I'm beginning to feel as if nothing good will ever grow from my hands. Ah, David. Do you know how many times I have heard those same words, even from my own lips when I was your age? You see this basket of seeds I carry? They look small, even useless to the untrained eye, but I have learned that inside them lies power beyond measure. Every great tree was once hidden in a seed. The problem is not the seed, nor even the soil, but the patience of the one who plants. If the farmer abandons his seed too soon, he robs himself of the harvest that was already on its way.
That is exactly what I've been telling him, Mr. Adams. He wants the seed to grow overnight, forgetting that roots must first spread deep before branches can reach high. Without the unseen work, there can be no lasting fruit.
But Mr. Adams, how do you endure the waiting? How do you look at the soil every day and not get discouraged when nothing shows? I feel as though my time is slipping away while others overtake me. How can a man believe in a harvest he cannot yet see? David, let me tell you something I have lived, not just learned. The soil may hide the seed from your eyes, but it cannot hide it from God. Growth is not always visible, but it is always happening in its appointed season. A wise farmer does not question the seed every morning, nor does he dig it up to check if it is alive. Instead, he waters, he waits, he trusts. And when the season comes, the harvest always proves that the waiting was worth it. The ones who rush often reap little, but the ones who wait with faith reap abundantly. So you believe my season will come too? That even, after all these failures, can see a harvest? David, every man has his season. No seed is without purpose, and no life is too barren for God to bring forth fruit. You may not know the time, but I assure you, if you do not give up, your ground will yield. Take this basket as a reminder, every seed you see here has the potential to become more than it is today. And so do you. Look at these, David. These are maize seeds. Small, aren't they? To anyone who sees them for the first time, they appear insignificant, just dry kernels that could easily be thrown away or eaten in a hurry. But within these little seeds lies something greater than their size suggests. If planted, watered, and cared for, one seed can grow into a plant. And from that plant, more maize will come. In time, that one small seed can multiply into food enough to feed families, plus communities, and even carry through generations. This is the mystery of life, that greatness is always hidden in small beginnings. It's strange how something so tiny, something you can almost overlook, can carry so much power. Yet, when I look at myself, I don't see that kind of power. I only see weakness, delay, and disappointment. How can my dreams be compared to these seeds when I feel so empty inside? That is exactly the point, David. Dreams work just like seeds. At the beginning, they seem small, fragile, even impossible. You may look at them and wonder if anything good could ever come out of them. But if you dare to plant them, if you dare to believe in them, nurture them, and wait for their season, they will grow beyond what you ever imagined. A man who despises the size of a seed will never experience the size of the harvest. Likewise, a man who despises the size of his dream will never see the greatness it can produce.
David, don't you see? Your notebook is your field, and the words you write are your seeds. They may look small now, even foolish to others, but they carry a future you cannot yet see. Just as the maize does not reveal its fruit the day it is planted, your dreams will not show their results overnight. But give them time, give them care, and in the right season, you will be amazed at what grows out of your obedience to plant.
So, you both believe that if I plant my dreams, even though they look small now, they can one day feed not just me but others too? Yes, David. A true dream never serves only the dreamer, it feeds others, blesses others, and outlives the one who planted it. That is why you must not despise your seed. Do not throw it away in anger, do not abandon it in impatience. Guard it, water it, pray over it. For one day, that very seed you almost gave up on will stand tall like a tree and provide shade for many. Look here, David. Do you see these small shoots just breaking through the soil? They are fragile, vulnerable, and almost invisible from afar. Yet this is where it all begins. Without this stage, no other stage would be possible. Every seed, no matter how strong its destiny, must first push through the darkness of the soil to taste the light of the sun. Speaking thoughtfully, they look so weak. Almost as though a single step could crush them. Yes, they are weak now, but weakness does not mean worthlessness. With proper care, water, sunlight, patience, these fragile plants will grow stronger day by day. And soon, they will no longer look weak, but full of life. This is the first lesson of dreams, David. Never despise the stage of small beginnings.
And what about those ones, Mr. Adams? They look stronger, but not yet ready.
Ah, yes. These are in their waiting stage. They have survived the vulnerability of early growth, but they are not yet at the point of fruitfulness. This stage teaches endurance. Many people give up here because the fruit is not yet visible. They forget that even though they cannot see the maize, something powerful is happening within. The stalk is strengthening, the roots are spreading deeper, the plant is preparing itself to carry the weight of the harvest to come. So you're saying, even when it looks like nothing new is happening, something important is still taking place beneath the surface? Exactly, David. Waiting is not wasting. The unseen work is the foundation of the harvest. Without this stage, the plant would collapse under the weight of its own fruit. In the same way, when you wait on your dream, it is not punishment, it is preparation. Your character, your patience, your wisdom, even your faith are being built so that when your harvest finally comes, you will have the strength to carry it.
And now those ones, ready to harvest. They look full, strong, and abundant.
Yes, that is the final stage, the harvest. This is the reward of faith, patience, and consistent care. But notice, David, that the harvest did not appear suddenly. It came step by step, planting, watering, waiting, and finally reaping. Every stage was necessary, every season important. Skipping one stage would have destroyed the entire process. So my life, my dreams, they too must go through these stages? I cannot expect to jump straight to the harvest? Exactly, my boy. That is the secret most people fail to understand. They want harvest without planting, reward without patience, success without process. But the seed teaches us, every stage matters. The planting tests your faith, the watering tests your consistency, the waiting tests your patience, and the harvest rewards your endurance. Miss one stage, and the dream dies before its time. So, after everything you've shown me, I think I finally see it. My problem is not in planting, because I have always planted. My problem is not even in dreaming, because I have always carried visions in my heart. My problem is in waiting. I want the results too quickly. I want the harvest without enduring the season of growth. I become frustrated when I don't see immediate fruit, and in my impatience, I almost destroy what I planted. That has been my mistake all along. Exactly, David. You have spoken the truth with your own lips. Patience is not weakness, it is part of the harvest itself. Many people think waiting means doing nothing, but that is not true. Waiting is active. It is the time when you water, when you weed, when you guard the seed from pests, when you strengthen yourself for the responsibility of the harvest. Without patience, no seed can fulfill its destiny, and no dream can come to maturity.
David, impatience blinds us. It makes us abandon what is still alive simply because we cannot yet see its fruit. But patience teaches us to trust the process, to trust God, and to trust that even in silence, growth is happening.
Then I have been wrong all this time. I thought God was ignoring me. I thought the soil was against me, that life had chosen others for success while leaving me behind. But now I see. Maybe the problem was not that my seed was dead, but that I lacked the patience to wait for its appointed time. Maybe I was the one killing my own dreams by giving up too soon. You have understood well, my boy. Patience is the bridge between the seed and the harvest. The farmer who abandons the field halfway never tastes the fruit of his labor. But the one who endures, who waters, who waits, will in time gather in abundance. David, learn this lesson. Delay is not denial. Waiting is not wasted time. It is preparation for the greatness that is to come. Then from today, I will wait. Not with frustration, but with faith. I will see every day of waiting as part of my harvest, not as punishment. I will believe that even when nothing is visible, something is still happening beneath the soil.
That's it, David. Now you are beginning to see with the eyes of faith. Every day of waiting is a day closer to your harvest. See, David? What you do today will grow tomorrow. That is the truth of life. Every decision you make, every action you take, every word you speak, it is all a seed. Some seeds grow quickly, others take time, but each one carries consequences. If you choose to give up, then tomorrow you will only reap regret. But if you choose to keep planting, keep nurturing, and keep believing, tomorrow you will reap a harvest that will surprise even you. Don't give up now.
But Rachel, what if I fail again? What if I give all my energy, all my hope, and still end up with nothing to show for it? Sometimes I feel like my life is a cycle of starting and failing, planting and losing. How can I be sure this time will be different?
David, failure is not the end of the story. Do you think every seed that is planted grows? No. Some may wither, some may never break the ground, but that does not stop the farmer from planting again. Why? Because the farmer knows that as long as he continues, the harvest will come. You must see your life that way. Every attempt you make is not wasted, it teaches you, strengthens you, prepares you. What seems like failure today may simply be the soil working beneath the surface, shaping you for something greater tomorrow.
Rachel speaks the truth. The only true failure is giving up completely. As long as you keep planting, you keep creating the possibility of harvest. The ones who quit never see the fruit, but those who endure, no matter how many setbacks, always find their season in the end. So what you're saying is, if I keep doing something today, no matter how small, it will build tomorrow? That my future depends not on chance, but on what I consistently plant now?
Yes, David. That is exactly what I'm saying. Your future is not building one day, it is built daily. Every choice you make is a seed, and every seed matters. Some people destroy their tomorrow because they waste today. But if you choose wisely now, if you keep faith now, then your tomorrow will reward you beyond your imagination. Don't despise these small steps. What looks like little today will one day stand tall as a mighty harvest.
Then I will keep planting. I may not see the results today, I may not understand how or when they will come, but I will not give up. I will keep sowing in faith and let tomorrow reveal the harvest. David, words alone cannot grow a harvest. Vision must be followed by action, and action must be followed by consistency. I have listened to your struggles, and I have seen the hope still alive in your heart. Now it is time to test that hope. Take these seeds, and plant them in that small plot of mine. That will be your personal field. Care for it daily. Water it, guard it, and wait for its season. That is your assignment. My assignment? Mr. Adams, what if I fail again? What if the seeds don't grow, or if something happens to them? Everyone will see, and they will be embarrassed all over again. I've disappointed myself before, I'm afraid of doing it once more. Listen carefully, David. This is not about embarrassment or comparison. This is about discipline, faith, and growth. You must learn that patience is more important than speed. If the seeds grow quickly, good. If they take time, even better, for it will teach you endurance. And if some do not grow at all, do not see it as failure. Even the best farmer loses a seed now and then. The real test is whether you will still rise every morning, look at this field, and continue to believe in the harvest you cannot yet see.
David, this is a gift, not a burden. Mr. Adams is entrusting you with something small so you can learn how to manage something great. The little plot before you may look insignificant, but it will teach you lessons that no book and no sermon can. Don't run from this challenge. Embrace it. Because what you do with these seeds will prepare you for the dreams you wrote in your notebook.
So, this field is more than just soil. It is my training ground. These seeds are more than food, they are my teachers. If I care for them, I'm not only growing plants, I'm growing patience, discipline, and faith. Exactly, David. This is not only about maize, it is about you. The field will reflect your heart. If you are lazy, the field will reveal it. If you are careless, the field will expose it. But if you are faithful, if you rise daily and tend this ground, then the harvest will reward you and prove that patience brings fruit. This is your season to learn, and you must not run from it. Then I accept, Mr. Adams. I will plant these seeds. I will tend them every day, no matter how long it takes. And I will not give up until the harvest comes. This time, I will not walk away in impatience. I will wait.
That's the spirit, David. The same hands that almost threw away a notebook will now plant seeds of destiny. What you do here will shape not only your tomorrow but the future of many others.
This looks so simple, yet it feels so heavy. Just a handful of seeds. But it feels as though I am holding my entire future. What if these tiny things never sprout? What if all my effort is wasted? I have failed before, why should this time be any different?
David, no one ever reached a harvest by keeping seeds in their hands. You may fear, but fear does not plant. You may doubt, but doubt does not water. Only action will bring life from this soil. The field is waiting for you to trust the process.
David, let me tell you something I learned many years ago. A seed in the hand is nothing but potential. It can look valuable, but it produces nothing until it dies in the ground. Every farmer must first bury what he hopes to see. Planting is not just putting seeds in the soil, it is burying your pride, your impatience, your fears. Only then can new life break forth. So, you're saying, these seeds must leave my hand to teach me? That as long as I cling to them, they remain only what they are, small and powerless? Yes, David. The first step to every great harvest is letting go. The soil does not mock the seed, it receives it. The soil does not rush the seed, it shelters it. But the seed must first leave your hand, or nothing changes. Then let it be so. Even if it takes months, even if no one sees me working, even if I get tired along the way, I will plant. I will bury my impatience here in this soil. I will bury my doubts here. And I will trust that something greater is happening, even if my eyes cannot see it yet.
David, you just took the hardest step. It may look small, but this is where every dream begins, not with applause, not with recognition, but with quiet obedience to plant what no one else can see yet.
Well done, David. Many young men want the harvest without planting. They dream without sowing. But you have begun the journey of the wise. Remember this moment, when the harvest comes. It will remind you that you once believed enough to begin.
David, look at how the ground drinks the water. Yesterday, these were only dry patches of soil, holding silent seeds. Today, they receive life through this water. In the same way, your dreams will not survive without daily effort. You cannot simply plant once and walk away, you must return again and again to nurture what you started.
But Rachel, it feels so small. Just water dripping into the earth. I see no shoots, no change, no reward. It almost feels foolish. Like pouring effort into emptiness. What if nothing grows? What if all this work ends in disappointment?
David, that's where faith comes in. Watering is not about what you see immediately, it's about believing that something is happening beneath the surface. No one claps for you when you water, no one notices, no one praises the one who quietly returns every morning. But it is the unseen consistency that brings life to what was hidden. Dreams are the same, you water them with discipline, with prayer, with learning, with patience. One day, what was invisible will break the ground.
So, what you're saying is, every dream requires its own daily watering. If I want to be a builder, I must water with study and practice. If I want to help my family, I must water with responsibility and wise choices. Without watering, my seeds die. Even if I planted them.
Exactly. Planting is only the beginning. Anyone can plant. Few continue to water. That's why many dreams never grow. People stop too early. David, you must promise yourself that even when nothing seems to change, you will still water. Because growth is not always visible to the eye, but it is always happening beneath the surface.
Then I will water, not just the soil, but also my own heart. I will water my patience, my discipline, my faith. I will water even on days I feel tired, even when the sun is hot, even when others laugh at me. Because if a small seed can grow into food for families, then my small effort can grow into a life worth living. Well spoken, David. Remember this truth: the difference between a barren field and a fruitful harvest is not the planting, it is the daily care. Consistency turns little drops into rivers, and patience turns hidden roots into towering stalks. Never despise these mornings of watering. They are the secret to tomorrow's abundance. Rachel, look at this. A whole week has gone by, and still nothing. Not a single sprout, not even a hint of green. Every morning I've come here with hope, every morning I've poured water faithfully, and yet the ground mocks me. It's useless. Maybe I don't have the gifts. Maybe these seeds were never meant to grow. I feel like I'm wasting my time on empty soil, just like I've wasted time on dreams that never become reality.
David, listen to yourself. You planted seeds, and only 7 days have passed. Why do you speak as though months or years have gone by? Growth is a process, not a performance. Just because you do not see activity above the surface does not mean nothing is happening below. Inside the soil, roots are forming, life is preparing, strength is gathering, but you cannot see it with your eyes. This is why so many people quit too soon. They mistake silence for failure.
But Rachel, don't you understand? I've been patient before. I've waited for opportunities, I've tried, and every time I ended up disappointed. What if this is just another lesson in futility? What if I'm cursed to always watch others succeed while I stand staring at barren ground? Look at it, it's dry, it's empty, it's lifeless. How much longer must I wait for something that may never come?
David, you are focusing only on what your eyes can see. But success and growth are never instant. Even the tallest tree began as a seed hidden in the dark, unseen for weeks. You cannot dig it up in frustration every day to check if it's growing. That only kills the process. The real challenge of life is not planting, it's enduring the waiting season. Trust the process, David. Trust that your effort, your consistency, and your patience are not in vain. What looks like emptiness is actually preparation.
So, you're saying I must keep watering? Even when I see nothing? I must keep believing, even when the ground stays silent? That feels like blind foolishness. How do I know it will not all end in heartbreak?
You do not wait because the ground looks promising, you wait because the seed is faithful. You do not water because you see results, you water because you trust the process. Think about it, David, if farmers gave up after 1 week, the world would starve. No one plants today and harvests tomorrow. Growth requires unseen seasons of silence. But if you remain faithful in the waiting, the harvest will always come. It may not come when you demand it, but it will come when the time is right.
Maybe. Maybe you're right. Maybe my problem is not the seed, but my impatience. I've been demanding results, as if life owes me quick success. I've forgotten that every root needs time to grow strong beneath the surface before the stem can break through. Perhaps what feels like delay is actually preparation for something greater.
Exactly, David. What looks barren today will surprise you tomorrow. Trust me, the same God who created seasons has not abandoned your little seeds. Keep watering. Keep believing. The roots are working even if your eyes cannot see them.
David, I've been watching you these past few days. I see your hands have watered faithfully, but your face tells me your heart is weary. Tell me, son, do you expect to pluck fruit from a tree that has not even rooted itself yet? Do you expect shade from a plant that has not first pushed through the soil? Growth always begins unseen. But sir, it feels unfair. I've done everything you instructed. I planted the seeds, I watered them daily, I watched the soil carefully. Yet nothing, absolutely nothing, seems to be happening. It feels like a cruel game, like investing effort into emptiness. How long am I supposed to wait before I see even a single sign of progress? David, your problem is not the soil. Your problem is your expectation. You look at the ground each day demanding an instant miracle, as if life were a market where you buy today and consume tomorrow. But life, uneven faith, does not work that way. The greatest things begin in silence and darkness. The seed is not dead, it is busy, hidden from your sight, building roots deep into the ground. If it grew too quickly, it would collapse at the first wind, because its foundation would be weak. But by taking time underground, it gathers strength for the storms ahead. So, you're saying the delay is necessary? That what feels like nothing is actually something happening where I can't see? Exactly. Every seed teaches us the same truth. You cannot demand fruit before roots. What you call delay is actually preparation. Think about a building. No one admires the digging of the foundation, yet without it, the structure cannot stand. The deeper the foundation, the stronger the building. In the same way, the longer the seed spends developing roots, the stronger the harvest will be. Do not despise the unseen stages, David. They are the most important part.
I told you, David. Just because you cannot see it doesn't mean nothing is happening. Life is working beneath the soil, silently but faithfully.
Perhaps I've been too quick to doubt. I wanted proof, but maybe proof isn't always immediate. Maybe the unseen roots matter more than I realized. If I give up now, I'll never know what could have grown. Now you are beginning to understand. Patience is not weakness, it is strength. Faith is not blind, it is trust in what is yet to come. Water your seeds, David. Not because the soil looks promising, but because the roots are growing where only faith can see. Day after day, I come here, water the soil, and wait. Yet nothing shows. How long must I endure this silence? Maybe the seed will never grow. Maybe all of this is pointless.
David, remember what Mr. Adams said, roots come before fruit. The silence of the soil doesn't mean death, it means preparation. Don't let impatience rob you of tomorrow's harvest.
But Rachel, what if I'm wasting my time? What if my effort ends in emptiness? Can I keep pouring into something I cannot see?
You can, if you believe. Seeds don't fail, David, but people do when they stop waiting too soon. Don't let doubt uproot what faith has planted. Galatians 6 verse 9 Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Thank you for watching Planting the Seed, Part 1. Remember, every great harvest begins with a single step of faith. Don't stop planting, don't stop believing, and above all, trust God's timing. Join us in Part 2 as the story continues.